Yo, what up, guys? So, today we have an Xyz deck profile from Shrink. He became top four with it. And yeah, he did a great job, man. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Anything you want to say before we go into the deck profile?
Yes, I would like to thank you to giving me the opportunity to talk about my list. And I also would like to thank the Speed Duel League Discord that hosted this tournament because it was really a nice tournament and I really enjoyed it. So, yes.
That's great, man. All right. Thanks. Thanks as well. I love to just give you a chance. Like every deck, I actually want to thank you for giving me the chance to put it on my channel again. So, yeah, great. Then we'll get into the deck profile. So I'll just go over the cards, and then you can tell me everything. So you play two XZ cannon. These and like I know some people. I, for example, have tried three. You went for two in the end.
Yes, because I really don't like playing many vanillas, so normal monsters with no effects. And I think that you have to play the less possible of those monsters. And I
Mm-hmm.
tried to play only one, but if you play only one, you don't have enough access to it. And in the end, I found that two was perfect. You have enough X, and that was a good choice, I think.
All right, all right. Then we have two white dragon hats as well. I guess I can understand that one more.
Yes, yes, this one is really standard. And the one that is interesting is the three Z metal cannon, because I saw a lot of lists with only two, and I really think that's a huge mistake because Z is the most important in the deck because that's the one you equip with the Union Enga, and that's the best card of the deck. So you really want to resolve it the most possible times. So when you normal summon the red one, or when you use the Union Crumble, so I really think that you should play a three Zed metal cannon.
Yeah.
A metal tank.
I, for example, still tested two. I also start to see the problem with it. Ryan, for example, I know that also. We discussed it before the tournament. He's also playing three. He completely agrees with you.
Yes,
So, and then, yeah, three Union Hanger. That's pretty standard.
yes,
Uh,
you can't play two because that's the best card. So three. If you play four, you would play four if you could, but that's not possible.
oh,
So
great. Oh, amazing. And then you play only two Book of Moon.
yes, in fact, that was a choice for the tournament because I knew that there would be a lot of inner conflict decks. So I had some place left for some interruptions, and I thought that to win against inner conflict, offerings and Kuribos were better than Book of Moon. But of course, you would like to be able to play three Book of Moon, but you just don't have the room or the space to play three. So in main deck, I play only two, and as you will see in the side, there is the third one.
Yeah. And so that's already explains Offerings and Sphere as well. And then you only play one Foolish Burial. I personally always play two. I know other people have tried three and it didn't really work out. Did you ever feel like you wanted to play more than one Foolish? Did you ever regret it?
No, because first of all, you don't have the space to play more. And if you play more, you that means you play, for instance, one offering or one balls less, and then your deck has not enough defense, and you get OTK'd quite easily. So I think that one is good because Foolish gives access to every name of the deck, so X, Y, or Z, and just the fact that if you play two Foolish, you can open two. It's really bad. So I prefer to play only one, with the card being like a push card, a card that I will use to gain an advantage. And I think that one is the good ratio for that.
Yeah, fair enough. And yeah, and then the three Scramble, which are also, yeah, pretty standard.
Yes, it can be it can be a little bricky to play three, but most of the time you can activate it. And if you can activate it, this card is just so good. I mean, it's one of the best cards of the Speed Duel.
Yeah,
The card just rebounds three monsters, so
so
it's
powerful.
incredible.
Yeah. So that's the main deck then, 20 cards, as I like. Never You do agree never go over 20, right? With this
In
deck?
this deck, you really need to see Union Engar and Union Scramble, so you can't play more than 20. Otherwise, you won't see them as much, and you can't draw with that deck. You can't play Allure, so you need to see
Hmm.
those cards. And the best way to do it is to play 20, I think.
Yeah, agreed. Then I'll do the extra deck real quickly. That's not that much to go over. Uh, I'll show them all at once, and then you can just show. You play two XC Dragon Cannon, one
Yeah.
XC, one XY, and two YC.
Yes, I play 2 YZ because that's the one you can easily have access with Union Engar. Then you play one of the others, so the others, and the two of the big one because you really have an easy access to him with Union Scramble. So at the moment you have successfully summoned one XYZ, will easily summon the second one. So that's why I played two, and I really think that 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 should be the standard extra deck for XYZ deck profile.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Lately, I've also gone to two XC Dragon Cannon. I have been defending XC Tank Cannon at two for a time, but there's just no space. XC Dragon Cannon, the biggest one, is just way more important now that people understand the deck more.
Yes, and most of the time when you can summon the second XZ, you have access to the Y in the graveyard, and you can also summon XYZ. So I
Yeah,
really think that 2 XYZ is better.
yeah,
Also for the mirror match, in mirror match, if you only have one XYZ, it's really hard to win because when you lose the first one, you don't have the second one, and if the opponent plays two, you just lost.
yeah.
It's over.
Then the side deck, the Book of Moon, that you already said were in there. That's the first one. Why in the side deck? Against what did you side it? Or when?
Book of Moon is the card that I side in every time. In fact, the main problem with XYZ is the fact that people side the Lost Wind. So in main deck, they don't play it. So you don't need to play around it. But after siding, you need to find solutions. And the Book of Moon is the main solution to it. So Book of Moon is a really powerful card because it allows you to play around Lost Wind, but also around cards like Earthlings and Spirit Zoma. So after siding, I really think that you need to play three, but in main you can only play two. But after side, three is mandatory.
Yeah. Okay, I can agree with that. I can definitely feel that. That's interesting. That's an interesting theory, and I completely agree. That's a nice. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I love that.
Yes, but in fact, in the format where there would be no inner conflict deck, I think that I would play three Book of Moon in main. But the thing is, Book of Moon is not that great against Kaiser Lider, for instance.
Yeah.
So I prefer playing Earthlings in main and having Book of Moon inside.
Yeah.
So that otherwise that would be a three in main, of course.
Yeah. That's a really good insight that you had in the format. So congratulations on that. Really showing how you got in top four. Two
Thank you.
Lost
Thank
Wind.
you. We appreciate it.
Two Lost Wind as well. Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
standard, I guess. It's
Lost Win is mainly for the mirror match. If you draw a Lost Win, most of the time you win
yeah.
because if the opponent doesn't play around it, it's over. And if he plays around it, then it's a little bit more complicated. But most of the time, people are so happy to summon XYZ that they summon it and Lost Wind, GG.
Mm,
It's over like that.
yeah. And then you also play three Dust Tornado. I think this is the most interesting spicy card in the deck list up until now. This is the one that I haven't seen other Exceed players use at all in the deck list that I've seen. So give us a good explanation for that one, please. I'm really interested.
In fact, I think that the deck is powerful enough to beat any decks, but it can struggle against decks like Magnet, because Magnet with the field spell can be really annoying because it bounces the monster in hand, so you don't have access to them in the graveyard. And the main weakness of a deck like Magnet is that if they take Dust Tornado on the field, then they just lose because they have monsters without effects. So my choice was to go with three Dust Tornadoes and it's also really good against burn decks or stall decks. So you're never disappointed with Dust Tornado. That's really a good card. And you can also bait a breaker. Breaker can use its counter and, on a Dust Tornado and you chain it, so you don't lose anything. It also can out Spirit Zoma, so Dust Tornado is really a good card. I prefer Dust Tornado over Cosmic Cyclone because of the fact that Cosmic Cyclone requires 1,000 life points. So in Speed Duel, that's a lot. And as I side 3 Dust Tornado, I just couldn't side 3 Cosmic Cyclones. That would have been too much. So I went for Dust Tornado.
Yeah, great. That
And
makes sense.
during the tournament, I used them because I dueled against one burn and one magnet deck, and I touched this tornado each time, and I won thanks to that.
Well, great. All right, that's it for the deck profile then, I guess.
Yes,
Thank you for giving it here. Really interesting, really good list. I'm already excited to try it out. Uh,
yes. Thank you.
and good luck in future tournaments. Anything else you want to say at the end of the video?
Yes, I want to add that XYZ is the best deck, and that people should stop playing Inner Conflict because this deck is annoying.
I can definitely stand behind that. Well,
Nah,
thank you
thank you.
to everyone else. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
Kaiba Sofkie, Adidas Krasovki, Ty Balowski.